Hey everybody, it's Missy bringing you another layout for the Hip Kit Club, and this is another layout using the 2015 December kits. And I'm going to be scrapping these two cute pictures of my little girl from a couple years ago, and I'm going to start with this cut file, and it's one of, I believe, it's either Kim or Nicole's cut file, I can't remember, but it's this little heart with these triangles in the middle, and I blew it up so it would cover most of my page. And I'm going to start with this background paper. It's one of the Studio Calico 7 paper pattern papers, and I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media on the white parts. And so I'm just going to add a little bit of white gesso to that to give it a little thickness, because pattern paper, this pattern paper is not super thick, and so I didn't want it to rip and tear when I started adding some paint. So I'm going to just use some different pattern papers from the kit to back all of these little triangles with, and some of it is pattern paper and some of it is from the 3x4 Project Life cards. And I just kind of play around and see what I like. I want different patterns and different colors all over the page. And the pictures are going to go over on the left side of the heart. So I leave one of the triangles blank because it's going to be covered up anyway. And I wanted to get lots of pinks, yellows, and aquas, which always seem to be my favorite colors to use. I don't know why. I don't even think about that. But then once my layout's done, I'm like, oh look, I used yellow, pink, and aqua. I tend to do that on most of my pages, and I don't even plan that. It just kind of happens. So anyway, I've got all the triangles finished there, and I did add a little bit of black because I'm going to add a little more things that have black in them as I go. I'm going to use the Tickle Me Turquoise shimmers here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this blue around the right side of the heart. I don't want it to be completely colored, but I wanted to add some splatters and a little bit of color just to make it stand out against that white. And this color really matches the aquas in a lot of the pattern papers and embellishments. It's a perfect match, and so I was very happy to see that. And I don't want this to be neat. I just kind of want it to be messy, like watercolor is. And I didn't want to go over into the pink or the yellow part of that background paper. I just kind of wanted it to look like some water was coming out from underneath the heart. And I know that probably doesn't make sense, but that's kind of the way I was thinking. And so I've got that done. And now I'm going to do some hand stitching. I haven't done hand stitching in forever, and I'm just using a thumbtack. I don't have any of the fancy stencils or anything like that, or the actual tool that you use to, what is it called, a paper piercer. I just use a thumbtack, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it here. I'm going to go all the way around the heart, and I'm going to use some thread from my stash. I guess it's floss. I've got every color under the sun, and I used to do a lot of hand stitching, and then once I got my machine, I went crazy with the machine stitching, and I forgot how fun and therapeutic hand stitching can be, and the look of it is really cool. And so I took some time to do that on this layout, and I'm going to go all the way around the heart, and I got a knot there, so I had to stop the camera before I pitched a fit, but it all worked itself out, so everything was okay. And I'm just using a really big needle there, and I don't even know if is this called back stitching? I have no idea what kind of stitch this is called. That's just how I do it, and works for me. And so I like the way it looks. I really don't know the lingo for sewing, and so I'm not sure what kind of stitch that is. All right, so now I'm going to go around the outside of the heart onto the background paper, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my thumbtack and just go around punching the circles or punching the holes, and then I'm going to use that pink thread this time. And so I just went through my stash of thread, and I just happened to have the pink and the aqua that matched, and so I thought, I need to use some of this up. It's just sitting here collecting dust, and it did take a little bit of time, but it wasn't too bad, and I was really happy with the result. I think it's a really fun touch to add to your projects, and it makes it look, even more homemade. So I got that done, and I also did some machine stitching on the inside of the heart with some black thread. And so that's all the stitching that I'm going to do there. And I'm going to use some of the blue paint here again on one of the Heidi Swapp tags. And those are the Mistable tags, so you can use any kind of mixed media or, you know, paint or gelatos, anything like that on them because they take the color really well. And I'm just doing this very messy and haphazard here, no rhyme or reason. I'm just painting it to give it some color. And when it dries, I don't know if you guys have had the chance to use these shimmers yet, but it's like glitter crystals are in the paint, and when it dries, it's super sparkly and shimmery. It's so pretty. I'm addicted to Shimmers products, and you can see it better here in a minute. I know my lights are really bright, but once I get it organized here underneath my pictures, you can really see how it shines. And I do have some tissue paper under there just for a little bit of added layering. And I'm going to come in with a little more of the Project Life cards and just add some more odds and ends here to make the layers a little more interesting. But I don't want to cover up all those triangles either because they're part of the design and I like the way they look. And so I'm just going to add a couple of the crepe paper die cuts here and there. Going to play around with those to try to find just the right spot where they need to go. And I'm going to run out of staples here in a second. Yeah, cut that out because it kept getting stuck and it was driving me crazy. I'm going to add some thread here. Big shocker. I don't think I've done a layout in the last, I don't know how long, where I haven't added thread. I don't know why I love it so much. I just do. These are really fun, these Mistable words. These are also Heidi Swapp. And I'm going to use the magenta. This is the pink shimmers that comes in the color kit this month. And I'm just going to paint it on. This is super easy, super simple. I didn't put anything on this, no gesso or anything like that. And same thing with that tag earlier. I just put the paint directly on there and it's done. And again, it's very, very sparkly and shimmery when it's dry. And the cut files this month are really, really cute. Ashley Horton designed a really cute heart background cut file. And then we've got Kim Watson she designed some really fun banners, and I used one of those on my last layout. And then today I'm using this one. So check out the cut files if you haven't. And I'm just playing around here trying to figure out what else I want to add. I'm going to use the love on this sticker sheet here, and these are the Maggie Holmes Shine Thickers. They are gold and glittery. And my title is just going to be Laugh and Love. I wanted to take advantage of the words that are in the kits. I love to cut my titles on my Cameo a lot of the time, but in these particular kits this month, there are a ton of words. There's this whole pack of these Heidi Swapp words that make excellent titles, and then you've got these thickers. So I just thought I'm going to take advantage of those. And she is laughing. In the first picture, she's got her head thrown back. It's just hysterical. I love it. So that's my title. Now I'm going to add a little bit of layering here to the right. I'm going to add that little flower die cut and this ampersand flare button. And I'm going to add some black thread just for a pop of black down there since I've got some more black going throughout the page. And there's a little bit of black on the background. I think I could seriously create with this month's kit every day and not get sick of it. It's so versatile and so bright and so pretty. But then I saw the pictures for next month's kit, and I'm already in love with those too. So the Hip Kit Club never gets old, never disappoints, ever. Always gorgeous every time. I'm going to add in that little butterfly there just because, no reason. I liked it, and I thought it was cute. I'm going to go through and add a little bit more little gold things, and that's just a little glittery gold heart. And I'm going to add in this little love arrow, and again, that's just for another pop of black down there. More gold, gold and black. I'm still not sick of gold. I keep waiting for the day to come where I go to make a layout and I say, I'm over gold. It's not going to happen. I don't ever think it's going to happen. I just love how it looks on layouts. And silver, don't get me wrong. I like silver too. I just think I have more gold things. But there are gold glitter thickers in the kits. I have not used them yet. They are coming soon, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to add my journaling there, and then I'm going to finish up with some gold color shine and some black color shine. And that's going to finish it up. I do add my date stamp, but that's pretty much the final image or the final page. So let me know if you have any questions about any of this. I hope you guys are registered over on the Hip Kit website. That's how you get access to these free cut files every month. And there's at least 3 sets because we have 3 cut file designers on the team. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. And I'm getting low on black color shine. I've got to get my hands on some more. And there you go. That's the final page. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I had lots of fun putting this together. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for subscribing. And have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll catch you next time.